a felony? It's new laws. Stealing is a felony.
How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about California's Prop 36 finally coming into effect on Wednesday of last week, which was December the 18th, 2024. Now, what you saw at the very beginning of this video are two ladies who are realizing that Prop 36 is in effect. No more of the going from store to store to store on camera, broad daylight, at night, whatever it is, stealing things, engaging in a quote unquote boosting career. That is over with. You can't do that anymore because of Prop 36. Now, what does Prop 36 do? It doesn't go far enough, in my humble opinion, but two main things. It increases penalties for repeat shoplifting, theft people. Also, if you have two prior theft convictions and you steal something for below the magic number, 900, 1,000, whatever it is, if you steal anything below that and you have two prior convictions of theft, now that'd be a felony. All right. Now, before Prop 36 came into effect, famously, California said, if you steal anything below $1,000, you would not be prosecuted. That was a terrible policy that just enabled a bunch of theft. It enabled the looting of stores with no recourse. What are you going to do? You got a security guard. He's watching somebody steal a pack of beer, some balloons, greeting cards, whatever they stealing, makeup, whatever they stealing. What are you going to do? They're being there with a whole big black trash bag, organized teams doing it. And all they could do is just look at it. Maybe they could just record it with their phone, put it on TikTok or something like that. They can't do anything else. But now with Prop 36, you empower law enforcement and you empower the establishment to make sure that they are not being looted out of existence. And before I go any further, let's get to a news clip. Then we're going to get to that final clip. We have them stealing and whatnot on camera, going from store to store. But let's check this out for a little bit more about Prop 36 and why it's a good thing for California and for the entire country. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
Here in California, Prop 36 goes into effect today. Californians overwhelmingly approved it in November as an answer to the rise in crime that some attributed to the passage of Prop 47 10 years ago.
Prop 36 stiffens penalties for certain crimes, particularly for theft and drug offenses. KTLA's Omar Lewis live in Glendale with more. Omar, good morning.
Jessica and Frank, good morning. Some local businesses and other supporters are hoping that this new law serves as a deterrent against organized retail crimes like the case we saw right here at the Americana just last year. Proposition 36 also imposes some tougher penalties for shoplifters and drug traffickers. We can take you to the video this morning and tell you here that after winning voter approval by more than 68% in last
68% said, you know what, let's increase the penalty for people committing crime because the penalty was nowhere near strong enough. And the penalty being so weak enabled these kind of flash mobs, flash robs, whatever you want to call it. And not just flash robs where it's kind of hard to control. If you got 1,000 people looting the CVS, it's kind of hard to control that. But if you got one guy at the CVS at 2 o'clock in the morning stealing a 12-pack of beer, I mean, that's something totally different. If you got a couple girls boosting clothes to sell online on their Etsy store or whatever, that's a lot easier to control. And I think the smaller dink and dunk are going to be the majority of your theft cases, but I digress.
Last month's election, Prop 36 is now in effect. The new law makes shoplifting a felony for repeat offenders, allowing prosecutors to combine thefts over time exceeding $950 and introduces strict sentencing for drug dealers, specifically those trafficking fentanyl. Last August here at Glendale's Americana Shopping Center, a brazen robbery happened at the Yves Saint Laurent store where at least 30 thieves stormed the luxury retailer in broad daylight, stealing $300,000 worth of merchandise. Supporters of Prop 36 say it's a necessary step to address the rise in retail theft and drug-related crimes, but critics, including Governor Gavin Newsom and Riverside County Sheriff Chad Bianca, warned that the measure could unfairly impact vulnerable communities and strain already limited treatment resources.
So when they say vulnerable communities, what does that mean? Black people, oh, you're racist for this law. Listen, I don't care what color you are. You could be black, white, Puerto Rican, and Candy Stripe. If you are stealing, then you're stealing and you need to get punished appropriately. I don't care about somebody's sob story. Everybody got a sob story. So what? That does not mean you have the right to steal from someone else. That's not what that means at all. What that means is figure out a way to solve your problems rather than victimizing someone else.
This isn't going to be an easy task. This is going to be me working with the DA, me working with all of our chiefs of police, and me working with the Board of Supervisors to figure out how we're going to get more beds available for the inmates that, or for the arrestees that absolutely need to be held in custody.
A fast track to state prison and 100,000 plus, 110, 20, $30,000 a year. That the taxpayers will bear with no real outcome.
Man, look, at the end of the day, it's about a deterrent, because the goal is to not have people go to jail for shoplifting. And a way you do that is by saying, hey, if you shoplift, there's going to be a stiffer penalty. See, a lot of these liberals, what they think is, oh, it's unfair because they're forcing the crime, they're forcing the violence, and nobody forcing nobody to do nothing. If you victimize somebody else, that was choice that you made, and you need to be held accountable for what you did. You can't just say, oh, it's not my fault, when you went out there and did that on your own.
So again, this new law stirring up plenty of debate as to what exactly is the correct solution. But again, Proposition 36 taking effect today, with those supporters hoping that it deters organized retail theft cases.
Again, that was December the 18th, which was last Wednesday. Now, let's go to this here. I'm not going to play the sound because it's just music until the end where they start talking. But these are the young ladies who went and stole a bunch of stuff in Southern California, Orange County, trying to get away with it. They go into Ulta, putting stuff in the bags. This is what I'm talking about. It's just 3 girls right here, 2 or 3 girls right here stealing stuff, and then they out. And they do that from store to store to store. Now we got the police on their tail, get ready to try to go get them. Okay, now they're in Kohl's right after. So they going shopping without going shopping. You understand what I'm saying? They're boosting. So 200 from here, 600 from there. You see what they do. This is all one night, same outfit, the same little furry boots on that probably smell crazy right now because they'll be wearing no socks, straight athlete's foot in them furry boots, and they steal more and more and more. Stealing from Kohl's, stealing from Ulta. It's probably all in the same shopping center or not very far away. Okay. I'm surprised they don't try to steal from the post office truck that's right there, because why not? You are stealing from everywhere else. And we back on the police car. Are they following them from store to store? I'm not really sure, but you can see them in the parking lot right there. And then, okay, now let's pop out. All right. We got them. Yeah. She's not going very fast. You could do a little slight jog and get her. All righty. Go ahead and get tackled, get on the ground, set it off braids. All right. So now we got actual penalties. Okay. Now I think where they're going to start talking is right here. Let's turn the sound on.
That's a felony? It's new laws. Stealing is a felony. And this is Orange County. They don't play. That's why I asked what county is this. That's where I went to jail last year and got on probation for a year for stealing out of Target.
So if you didn't hear what they said, the one girl on the left is like, it's a felony. And then the girl on the right is like, yeah, and we got new laws. And stealing is a felony. And they're in Orange County. They don't play around. And then she was saying that she got put on probation, I think, in Orange County for stealing before. But now we got new laws that's going to stiffen the sentence. All right, so that's that. I ain't gonna play the music, but you get the idea of what's going on. Yeah, so the moral of the story is, don't steal, don't victimize other people talking about, oh, I needed it. Don't try to be giving excuses. Or they just trying to steal bread. Ain't nobody stealing no bread. That's not happening in 2024 USA. If you steal, it's because you want to steal. You wanted some money. You wanted the name brand this, the name brand that. You're engaging in a life of crime by stealing from others. Because, listen, as I close, I want to say this. Somebody might want to say, well, so what? It's a little bit of money here and there. It's a big corporate giant. Well, what happens when that so-called big corporate giant gets hit every single day with no recourse? People just go in there, take whatever they want, buying things, paying for things at the counter is optional. If that's going on, then that so-called corporate soulless giant can no longer exist, at least not in that community where those kind of laws persist. So you're going to have a decreased tax base. You're going to have fewer jobs. You're going to have a lot less potential investors. Why would I want to invest there? Why would I want to move operations right there? You guys can't even keep shoplifting under control. Okay. You guys got a crime problem. You let it just rage out of control. Why would I bring my operation to where you are? It doesn't make any sense. So that is part of the reason why you don't want to have boosters boost without penalty. And of course, listen, as I close for real, stealing is stealing regardless of someone trying to justify it or not. And I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? What's your opinion about California's Prop 36? Again, if you have 2 prior theft convictions, when you steal anything below $1,000, that is considered a felony. If you just shoplift in general and you are a repeat offender, there's going to be stiffer penalties overall. Whatever your thoughts on that are, whether it's too far, whether it's not far enough, or just right, let me know in the comments. You guys know where I'm at. This is a great start to actually prosecute criminals. You know, people that do things that's wrong, people that go steal. I mean, you went from store to store to store. It wasn't even like, okay, I sold a candy bar, which is bad enough, but you guys had a mission. Okay, they ain't gonna do nothing. Listen, people think that laws that allow people to steal without getting prosecuted up to a certain amount helps them because they are in a bad situation. All you're really doing is giving criminals an incentive to continue to be criminals, or a would-be criminal kind of on the fence, hemming and hawing. Oh, okay, if I steal and I get caught, I'm not going to get locked up. It's not really a big deal. No penalty. It's a low risk, high reward thing, in their humble opinion. But now those days are coming to an end. If not, they're all the way over. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that is all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.